Welcome to Centro Cripto, your cryptocurrency news hub. This is our summary prepared especially for today. Centro Cripto today. 10% of Europeans invest in cryptocurrencies. NFL pro to collect his salary in Bitcoin. Bankman-Fried would donate $100 million to fund Trump's 2024 opponent. Brazil works on CBDC project. Cardano to prevail over Bitcoin and other altcoins. Terra community burns through millions of lunas. Volatility hasn't stopped crypto investment. Cardano will prevail over Bitcoin and other altcoins. The disruptions incited by the Terra platform left no cryptocurrency unscathed, and Cardano likewise has to admit some decent casualties. However, this does not automatically express that the chain can't have a successful future. Dan Gambardello, investor and founder of Crypto Capital Ventures, went so far as to assure that ADA could overtake Bitcoin at any moment. And his fearless forecast is part of an upcoming Vassal hard fork, the secret weapon that will make the platform scalable at last. This would be the starting shot of a new race, and as Gambardello said on Twitter, conclusively, I can say that there will be an easing rally, and in my experience, Cardano will prevail over Bitcoin and other altcoins considering what is going to happen on the Cardano blockchain. Bankman-Fried would donate $100 million to fund Trump opponent in 2024. Sam Bankman-Fried, founder and advisor of crypto exchange FTX, confessed that he would spend between $100 million and $1 billion to influence the campaign for the US presidential election in 2024. In an interview on May 24th, Bankman-Fried was asked how much money he could spare in the next presidential election, and he replied that he would donate about $100 million or more, with the soft ceiling being the $1 billion if he wanted to fund the candidate competing against former President Donald Trump. I would hate to say hard ceiling, because you don't know what will happen from here to that point. Volatility has not stopped crypto investment. Mike Sonnenshein, director of Grayscale, as well as other prominent personalities of cryptocurrencies, expressed his optimism in the market even with the recent fall of cryptocurrencies. He said so in an interview granted to Yahoo Finance, where he assured that many investors could continue to invest in cryptocurrencies. He also stated that these should be reviewed in the context of what is happening today in more developed markets, attributing to volatility of all assets, including crypto, to the increase in interest rates in the United States. 10% of Europeans invest in cryptocurrencies. The ECB, or European Central Bank, released the findings of its most recent survey done in 6 Eurozone regions, namely France, the Netherlands, Belgium, Spain, Italy, and Germany. Overall, around 10% of the people surveyed in these countries said that they own a cryptocurrency. And of this group, 6% of those interviewed said that they had more than £30,000 in crypto assets, and 37% of these claims to own up to £999 in crypto. This survey was included in the report published by the ECB, which mentions the progressive adoption of crypto assets, even with the present risk factor. Brazil works on CBDC project. The Brazilian crypto exchange Mercado Bitcoin informed this Tuesday the 24th to have signed a partnership with the SDF, or Stellar Development Foundation, in order to develop a CBDC of the Lift Challenge Real Digital, promoted by the Bankman, or Centralized Bank of Brazil. The Lift Challenge refers to a collaborative environment developed by Bankman in a partnership of FENASBAC, or Natural Federation of Central Bank Services Association. With this stellar integration announcement, the foundation will join the corporation created for Mercado Bitcoin to work on solutions for the real digital counting with CPQD and clear sale. Terra community burns millions of lunas. Luna soared on a backdrop of burning, a move that suggests little investor confidence in Do Kwon's plans to resurrect his project. Kwon assured that burning is a lousy idea. However, some Terra holders are burning their lunas, trying to push up the price of the cryptocurrency. The community assures that this strategy aims to reduce the crypto's gigantic circulating supply of more than 6 billion tokens, seeking to balance supply and demand, and if lucky, cause a price increase. This idea was even supported by large investors such as CZ, executive of Binance. NFL pro to cash in salary in Bitcoin. Alex Barrett, professional NFL or American Football League player, defensive end for the San Francisco 49ers, became the first professional of the prestigious league to take the option of collecting his fees exclusively in cryptocurrencies using BitWage. As reported by the firm in a press release that made public, Alex Barrett is thus the first professional athlete in the prestigious NFL or American Football League to have chosen Bitcoin to receive his entire salary. According to the published information, the football professional decided to bet on Bitcoin as an effective way to safeguard the value of his fees. At the same time, it works for him to collect any profit and use it the way he wants and whenever he wants. And that's it for today's video. If you liked it, we invite you to subscribe to our channel, like it, and we'll see you on the next Crypto Resume. See you next video.